Chat, what's up? Chat, my alarm didn't go off. My alarm didn't go off. What is this? Today, how's everyone doing? We just made it. Okay, I can't see any of you as well, so I imagine you're all there. Let me turn the sound up slightly.
The game is sort of ground to a halt. There's quite a bit of space taken by.
Yeah, I got no sound.
Whether or not he can get anything done, the answer is no, but his teammates can.
Okay, LEV on defense. Trace on attack. Honestly, this is probably like one of the best chances Trace have map-wise.
By Mazzino. They know that he's here, and they're backing off. Trace looking to give the space away, taking control instead towards the lamps. Over behind that box.
I'll speed this up after as well. More sound? Yeah, it's so low.
That wall is causing a bit of a
Maybe
problem.
that's a bit better.
Got to expend a lot of ammo to break that open, and they use it to bait in. Locking into the fight. A good start. But still that trap. Two players stood in behind that box, and Kai's the first to strike. Calm now left.
Dude, a pistol on the board.
Battle. A tough
Imagine
position. That. At least lands
nice
the
shot.
first. But the time is ticking away. He has to get on that spike soon. Has to root these players out of position, and the double swing, very close.
Too bad.
But not close enough.
All right, we'll keep it on the pistols. 1-0
to the Chinese squad.
Yeah, I think the time had already gone, so that's why you see the double face towards the end. But I do like just
okay,
how
I
they're
can see
playing
you
their
guys now.
host plants. Relatively safe, but also just having that
Twitch
double
chat,
up in an
YouTube chat.
uncharacteristic position. And again, we just see the value of the solid timing. I think this team has a lot of really good fundamentals.
Wake up, dude, my alarms didn't go off.
Many mass mistakes,
I even said both of them. I see Bacon ringing me. I can't hear that.
Stage or coming to the international stage have had as problems. The fact as well that Fong has been able
when
to
did I wake
get
up?
that far
Solid
forward in the
3 minutes
rounds
ago, I would say.
Might have to be thought about, but of course, it's early days here for Leviathan.
And early round 2, you can see that Leviathan have stacked up A. They've got a lot of space, having already pushed straight down A short, so the timer is ticking.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Calm doing his best to slow them down, and there is a rotation from Mazzino, but he'll be here too late to do anything. Walking out to the site, just a pistol in hand, and he is.
We only have the ghost into this one as well. Every kill matters.
Maybe able to find some value.
Every kill matters on this one, and I'm hoping that LEV do something better than Vitality did. I know it's just the eco here, so I don't want to worry too much. Like, don't let them over towards site. If this comp gets over towards the site, it's done. Chat, casters can go up a bit, right?
Having to wait at the moment because he's completely locked off from a teammate. It means that there's not an easy way back in, and in fact, we're going to see King just go in the other direction. Nice shot from Kai. Looking like they'll keep this one nice and clean unless there's some sort of mistake. Texas' position could be that mistake. A gap left in the armor.
Omi, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the YouTube membership. Thank you for doing that, dude.
The shot's not quite clean enough. Even still, Texas done fantastic work.
Yeah, good damage at the end of the day. No chance to defuse that spike, and both players falling to it. All for the economy. A 2-0 start nonetheless. And 3 weapons carried forward to the next. It's not a terrible start for the attacking side. Here's where the guns come out on the defense, and where Leviathan have a chance to put rounds on the board.
Yeah, it's safe to say as well that I think that this choice for Trace is a good one. It's a map that regionally hadn't been going great over the last stage, lost it 3 times in a row. It's a solid opposition. You're talking about the likes of FPX, Titan, JDG, but ultimately it didn't look great. But after their victory versus Vitality,
pen working, no thingy.
For Leviathan versus
bonus
Talon,
isn't great.
Really feeling confident
not great.
in what they can do.
Not great, but it's not awful.
The buy though, it's not the best. A couple of pistols will be in play, and I think if they win this one, that would be a pretty impressive start. They've done a lot of damage, actually. Com almost down already.
I definitely started out as a hater of the deadlock, but looking at Trace playing it last time, certainly started to sell me on it. In the first couple of rounds, I agree. That barrier has been a bit of a problem early on. Leviathan control over Bath, orb taken, space taken.
Yeah, this is a nice timing for a dog. Goes all the way out over towards B long. One so far away to hear it. Flash to confirm that no one's taking a timing behind it.
Instead, they're going to use the numbers.
3 people from LEV. It should be pretty fine now.
Stacked up though, and big players at that. Aspis, the first line of defense, and he's going to get an opportunity as this smoke fades.
Maybe if the guy's showers goes down, I would say.
40 seconds on the clock. Execution now beginning, but King. As we saw
LEV TV, thanks so much, man. Oh, play VT even. Thank that, bro.
Already going to isolate the rotation, make it a little bit harder, but the players on site are already doing an impressive job from Leviathan. But there is a trade back from BNK, at least making it competitive.
And they're starting to get some of these sonic sensors up, trying to throw in a curveball in case Leviathan get aggressive and take some space. Immediately Mazzino dropping Locking.
Any
That's
kills?
a problem. The spike needs to get on the ground, and they know that swing can come in from Bath. 8 seconds now, and they're
No
isolated.
kills? Okay,
No
well,
chance
we got,
to
sorry,
put
we
the
got 1
spike
kill
on
and
the
we got
floor
a
until the
double
round
armor.
is over.
So
2 to
it's
1
not
we
great for
go.
the bonus.
Leviathan have bought right back into it. 4 players alive as well. It's a very successful round for the defensive side.
Yeah, I think just being a little bit more committed to that A side. As said, like the way that the barrier
okay,
can
what
sort
did I
of
actually...
isolate teammates from being able to rotate, and obviously more of a problem in the pistol than any other round, but also just holding on to some of the aggressive control. Like you're not allowing them to get deep.
Before you're going to have to watch RDS. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that to you, I'm sorry,
control.
man.
And just denying that space, it makes this
We can blame
a whole lot harder.
technology
and also
for
just
this
the
one.
weaker weaponry in general is always going to be a difficult round for Trace. Now though, we're going to have the buyback in. The only ultimate available right now is going to be the Thrash for Tex.
Fish
he was someone in their first match who had
and we are going for our first big
performance.
round, punishing over towards long, and we have the Viper smoke here, which is something that Vitality needed to do. Is a very good sign for LEV. We already see the one round that needed to happen round 4.
Nobody up close. Trace.
Yeah, and now you can fight behind this, and they used all their util to get map control, and they didn't get map control.
It's just going to be capped out for the late
the
round.
game plan is the one.
Alongside the orb, and then Texas jump spotting it. This is a bait play from Leviathan. And Mazzino might be able to catch someone off guard as a result, and he does. The orb back up, and he can get right out of there.
Yeah, wonderful interplay. Heybei's going to be the man trying to
this is literally what I was
also going to be
asking for the whole Vitality game.
No, it's
Oops.
not. Whoops.
Yeah, must have missed that one.
You know, it happens to the best of us. It's not going to work out this time. He's able to check long again. Can't quite make it up the box. And in fact, we're going to see a late rotation. The thing is, there's still 2 players here. Aspas and King patiently
Dude, honestly, that info means that
to
there's only 2 people over towards A. I know there's 20 seconds. Still got Raise Nade, still got Molly to delay, so they can't plan.
Now to slow them down even more. And with 15 seconds on the clock, this is getting uncomfortable.
Yeah, and Races goes in now, then Raise Nades.
And the nade's gone in. That
is
going to take Fung Fung off the plant, drop the spike, and with that, the round already secured. A follow-up from Aspas gets another nade, and there is no chance.
Just a shout out to LEV, everything was good here. Right, we got double block over towards long, we got your first layer of the wall, so they can't actually take first layer of the smoke, so they can't take map control, and then they just have no extra util to get through. Like they got to use sky flashes, and they got to use bodies to go through. So to push through a Viper smoke into a crossfire is just way too much on this one.
They even put a smoke in, so there wasn't really
yeah, we just have smoke delay
anybody to actually
over towards A.
them. They could just spam through those smokes, and it took
oh my god, what's going on YouTube again? Lexor again, bro.
And then also just the initial combos that you can
YouTube chat, we can do this now as well. Let's try with YouTube chat. YouTube chat, I know there's some members now. Do you want to get some plug Oilers out for Lexor? Thank you so much for the 10 gifted, bro.
Individuality. They were signing champions winners. Of course, we knew where this was going to head, but the synergy was
there. We go.
That is what has happened a lot.
Lexor, thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate the support.
Already under pressure, but he's thriving within it.
Talk about this guy being underrated. If he keeps this up, that won't
Look at the YouTube chat go.
7 and 2 already. Big kills, shutting down what could have been a flood straight out of hookah and sending Trace to the other side of the map. They're hoping that Bianche can find the space in the meantime.
The cast is slightly shut.
But even walking out here, you can see it's being
I couldn't hear him
by
earlier,
King.
so I think that's...
He's been good at just finding his pick, punishing the space taken.
That happens, they're really quiet right now.
It's Tex that swapped in for him with the smokes being set up as we speak. And Tex ain't missing a beat. Nice clean kill. Kai low HP. Just outside the bath, and the swing up top from Aspas. That is going to close him out. All left into the hands of just one. The brimstone of Locking. He's going to have a tough time with this Sheriff in hand and the spike on the site. Yeah,
any damage he could do here would be nice, but with the smoke fading, it's going to end up with back flawless rounds for the side of Leviathan.
No bit of damage, a lot of money. If I'm Trace, I'm probably doing some kind of timeout early because they're doing the exact thing that the comp struggles to get through.
How did that
but now they need to talk about if they're going to take long or if they're going to take showers, and they should probably just take showers and honestly just head over towards A. But if they are going to take long, they need to try and make sure that they time this smoke. Like smoke goes down and then they go. Like they util dump. They should be using Sky Dog, then use the grav net off the Sky Dog and just fight heavy. Because they're wrecked otherwise. Stephen Liggy, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the 14 months. Thank you.
It went to him, but I definitely.
And then over towards A. Yeah, I mean they're just gonna take showers at the moment, Saint. They haven't even taken showers yet. That's the issue. They only can't get the plant because of showers. They don't need to take back the site yet.
I think the patience.
Like if they can take showers and they're all good, then they're fine.
And that's the thing with a composition like this. Okay, maybe people weren't looking at Trace within the first round. Like I'm sure, I don't doubt the vitality.
Lexor again, thank you so much for doing that, man.
Team, but expectations were not that they would. Well, I think if you looked at the pick'ems, most people would have them in 4, and that's not the most ludicrous thing to have. The thing
Second
is,
game
though,
today,
EDG
G2.
And I don't doubt that Itopada has been sat behind the scenes. He's watched those demos. He's known what they're going to do. And a lot of their execution on the A site especially is a very similar vein each time. Like they're trying to lock off that spawn. They're trying to basically make it so they can get into those post plants. And so far, what LEV have done on that side of the map is deny them getting the plant, which it takes away a lot of what the value of this comp has.
NRV underscore GG. Hello, hello. Yeah, dude, my alarm didn't work. N is in B for him?
Got Thrash online so early, and that was what made them pump the brakes twice on their B execution a few rounds ago, leading to the time being the main enemy. Now again, there's a player.
Please check this. Oh my god, I was gonna say, this is much better though. We're seeing we're taking some map control with some force. This is good, man. Shots, bro. Absolute shots. What a timeout as well. Shout out to the coach. He's completely owned this round. Obviously the shots help as well, but dude, this is good, man. We actually
It's not going to be easy.
we're actually going to have a really good game on our hands.
Deadlock utility that was slowing them down, but that's all it's done, slow them down.
I was honestly thinking that Trace weren't going to get many rounds after we had that.
You can see Comms
like the 2 rounds that were before this.
Side of the map, but he might meet Kai waiting there on that lurk, a late lurk.
Now,
Com expects it.
now we got a close game.
Hold on to the rifle. The thing is though, we already
absolute round from Bianc.
Clean for the side of LEV, so
wait, we're calling him Bianc now, not BNK, right?
Tries to drop some weaponry. He is gonna have max cash anyway.
Really enjoyed Hey Basil's sonic sensors doubled up on that B choke point. You take a fight against the player. Well, even if you go down, your teammates got the trade with the stun, and if they break the first sensor, the second one hits them while they shoot at it. So, absolutely gorgeous, tough to deal with, and Calm, just like you said, went out to try to punish, but it's him that ends up in the dirt. 3-3, and a well-used timeout by Trace to get them back on the board, but a lot of that goes to Bianche. What a phenomenal opening, great flash to start, fantastic correction in the Seekers, forcing Tex out into the open.
I see NRB. That's awesome, man.
That's the round done before it even gets started.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, no, he is someone that we already know as like the nightmare of a very specific Americas team, but someone that I guess was there to put some of the other Chinese teams on the map, because I think we've always looked at
all right, now we get into it. So this is
they proved themselves very early on. FPX
which one is this?
The
nuts one? I thought you jump up to do
underrated as a squad. But I think Billy was a
okay, it's the one that extends over towards long.
To be that here in this
All
tournament.
block.
Already equalizing, but as said, when they played versus...
Yeah, dude, you can just see how much emphasis is on shutting down long at the moment. Like, everything is based around shutting down long. We had smoke over towards it, even the ult that goes over towards short. They're doing the aggro one because they don't want to get caught by the Gravnet that goes over the top. They decide to do a more passive one that does a similar effect of just blocking out. Okay, so we pick up all, we get Razor, and...
This would be terrible, and it is.
Gonna say I gotta see a jump spot there.
He's not sticking around to defend it. The right call.
No one over towards showers. Had enough money for an op.
Hesitating to pick it back up, and they'll go running right to the other side of the map.
G2T. Sorry, G2 Tibble. Thank you so much. Thank you. Eyeball.
Just a moment.
Thank you very much, man. Appreciate the tier 1.
They've
done a really good job here, by the way. Like they've grouped up onto the right side. I still felt like the call wasn't too bad considering what was going down.
King has joined the B site. Tex is there watching behind. They don't have time to go back.
As we could see, like pushed off towards here, pushed off towards long. Had to reinforce short.
They are going for that second option. The question is, again, with credit still available...
Razor, yeah, he kind of went for the Razor before the kills happened, though, so it wasn't like... It wasn't crazy bad.
All the final seconds are ticking down. It looks like a more passive face from this squad. Content to have their credits running very high in the early half, and a 4-3 lead now locked in. This is starting to look a little scary because there's a theme to the rounds that Tracer
DMV isn't live as well, bro. the Lambs, UK people not working today. What's going on? Great Badger, thank you so much for gifting my alarm clock to Bug Club. Appreciate you doing that. Thank you very much.
Like either we've been seeing LEV be able to battle for
it deserves that,
fantastically, a lot of utility use.
The British are just sleeping, yeah. Dude, our alarms just aren't working, man.
And Aspas having that much command of the map just can't happen. By the looks of it, though, they might be opting to pick up the pace.
He is
it's a missed shot that will
getting out. We get 4 people. Do we insta TP? This is a nice reaction though to losing over towards site so heavy. They insta TP and do seekers so they can fight this guy off. And now we're in that same situation where Trace couldn't take anywhere and get a plant
A little
down.
bit of a tough spot. He's in jail. Might not have been annihilated, but he's put behind bars. Breaks himself out.
The longer this goes on, the worse it becomes. So they actually need to do this.
For now, might not be a bad idea for Trace, but they have no idea how many players
like
are
they have
on the opposite side of those smokes.
How has one of you already made a new account of my alarm clock? That's crazy.
Smokes of their own.
Is that what you just spent the last 20 minutes doing? How are you allowed to type in chat? So I swear I have it so like fresh accounts can't type. What's going on?
The other side, but again, planting here is definitely not going to be easy.
I think you have to like put your email in and everything,
man. There will be attempted denial. I don't mind the idea from Bianchi to just throw
email,
out a flash,
phone number.
But now they are going to make that switch. Kai has been lurking. He's been taking space. And he's gonna
Wait,
get
this is a big round, man. Imagine they win this. They get the plant down as well. They're going to go over towards site. They're actually winning this.
For the side of Leviathan, it's going to have to be a full retake.
The one person walk up over towards B, it all came down to that one duel.
It was only Bianchi opening up a site.
It's more of a doable retake. They're probably going to wait for Aspas, who is miles away, by the way. He's still clearing A site.
Leviathan definitely gearing up for this retake.
If they give Aspas a kill, he gets his ult, but time's going to be pretty low.
For someone to show their face, but it's not happening. A very patient display by Trace as the timer runs down. Feng able to take the double on the back, and now it's just the
what an incredible round, man.
Turning tail to the A site and being chased down. Eventually, they'll just decide to let him be and be content with the round conversion. The lead not extended by Leviathan. We're tied up 4-4.
Yeah, and high impact from Kai. Like the thing I've always been impressed with from
dude, Lexi, maybe we go over the things at one point. I have no idea how that's doable. I'll screenshot my stuff later. You tell me why I'm an idiot.
Let's use our individual
Jeffy Lowe, thank you so much, man. Dude, 42 months, Jeffy. Thank you for that.
They are willing to walk into that A site initially, and then wait for almost a full minute. Like they'll just sit there and see if anybody on Leviathan is going to make
Spatter,
a mistake.
thank you so much as well, man. Appreciate the 2 months also.
He goes down
you see the video on Twitter of Aspas punching a bag as hard as he can?
But it's that one kill. It gives them the
Is it irresponsible midway through the tournament? It depends how much practice he's had. If he's like doesn't do it often, then yes. If he does it often, then not really.
Aggressive pushes. The camera actually didn't spot it, but this will be checked periodically by Kai. He's not going to let them slip by.
There's something else as well.
2 players tucked in the corner.
It's the arcade ones. Well, the measures how hard you do it. I mean, that's okay unless you mess up a punch, bro.
Thrash was a big problem for Trace last time they tried to hit a site. B was defended by it. Both pulses of the Thrash completely.
Jeffy Love, thank you for sending that as well, bro. Appreciate you. Freezing in June also with the 15 months. Thank you so much, dude.
Now, though, the space taken for free. There's the spot from Kai. Cage to protect him as well. A little bit of cushion, but Tex
whoa, shots from Tex, but this time they reactively take back side.
Again, Bianchi, they're rushing to try to defend this man, but he can't get away.
Nice trade,
dude. Is in. 3 kills from Tex. Keeps it doable for Leviathan, though.
Yeah, the sensor to the backside. The wall also.
They got a retake with the op here. No one wants to peek. They got to break the wall with an op.
I think
yeah.
Not even gonna
you keep going, Mazzino.
Wants to make sure that the game isn't given away, but the nade will do just that.
The nade is on his head.
Perfectly on him. It will force him out, but he's still
standing. And then they think it might be clear now.
They don't know where he is right now. The sensor will get one. And in the meantime, Aspas, he's actually popped the showstopper, but instead, it's going to try tapping it. Knows he needs to get this one to half. Rocket back.
Damn, bro, they did so good, dudes. He got the trade on the guy's showers. It's basically a 3v5, and they still managed to win because of their first original kills.
The attackers spearheading the way.
Lev, I think, are doing a timeout here. I'm not entirely sure. They got I think they got to win this. I think their money's low now. 2 in a row.
Considering how dominant the early round
NRV as well. NRV, thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. Thank you for the YouTube membership as well, dude. Appreciate the support.
He tanked the nade to start with, showing no fear. And it's Aspas that he ends up dropping.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a peek before the official. That's it.
Was his idol for so long.
It's one little mistake that just
the way this round kicked off,
comes pretty costly.
Like it was over. Like it was Tex finding a high impact double, able to hold control of Showers, having his ultimate online. I'm thinking it's a done deal, but it's the way that they immediately clear the site, realize that there's no further control there, and just to wrap back around to try and catch those.
And the thing is, I don't even know if they need to change anything up.
They had that control for the post plant.
They need to change anything up. Like everything's going okay. It's just these small little mistakes over towards Showers.
Now, while there is going to be a pause from LEV, because they had a streak, they had a good read, a couple of flawless rounds, but now the economy is coming back to bite them.
Kilo, thank you so much as well.
Haven't gone their way, and we're starting to see some of the impact that Hebe can have with his utility.
Map-wise, okay, I'll be honest with you. Map pool-wise, they're not going to win Ascent.
Yeah,
their Ascent strat book is
relatively heavy. I think that Trace have already
kind of the same as watching like a ranked game a little bit. Like they just hit A or they hit B. They have no depth in their attack map pool. So they kind of have to win behind.
A tall box.
Their Ascent's good though.
Comfortable sitting in that angle.
Like Trace can win if they win bind and Ascent. They will get annihilated on Sunset.
Perhaps with a dizzy over top. But they've sensed that there's presence here. Now refocusing towards the bathroom. King and Aspas on their way. Tiger goes through. It's seen them.
I said Ascent for both. Okay, sorry, they're Sunset is what I meant. Dude, that's you can blame that on my alarm clock as well.
For the swing, Aspas with another, and they're shutting them down. Lighting up the kill feed.
Trace won't win Sunset, is what I'm trying to say.
That spike has no chance to be planted, and a flank underway. Traps covering it, but a lot of control given to the side of Leviathan.
It's such a deep trip as well, by the looks of it.
But they can win bind Ascent.
But there is a second one. So
yeah, they actually are Bacon.
For Mazzino to lock them in, but
dude, they're inside my phone as well. Bacon, you rang me so much, no sound from my phone. What's going on?
Patience is key. There's a
what is today?
That Bianca find a timing here, but I think that timing is
I appreciate you trying them, man.
Holding and watching. It will be
and they don't change too much.
A much more aggressive stance this side for Leviathan, and one that works out for them.
And even in the late round, Aspas wasn't covering Bath. I started to sweat a little bit, but
my phone got fadeoed. Yeah.
He knew exactly when that player could have shift walked all the way around. The early aggression, like you said, Stim Beacon used after the first kill.
Yeah, actually, honestly, Bacon.
Consistent so far. There's a reason.
Tex is great, man. Like Tex is just.
Orbs and a couple of kills now. He's 13.
I would say he started off slow, and by starting off slow, I mean kickoff. Kickoff wasn't great for him.
He was unbelievable.
And then everything else was incredible.
On the Sentinel. Immediately,
I mean, that's
annihilation has been popped. I think it's going to catch
that's one, and I think he's way too close with the smokes behind, so
they are going to try and spam this one,
X is going to have to do a lot as he starts singing his praise. Keep an eye on the flank behind. There's a trip there, though, so they're going to know about it at one point. He's actually going to have to go through double trips. He's going to have to go through one trip.
A flank coming in. Aspas has to fight versus two, and he gets nothing.
The yank with the jump as well, and he doesn't go down. This is nice, bro.
Exactly where he is. And Mazzino's only just getting into play.
And they know he's coming.
Dude, these guys are on it.
I think the hope was that Kai would be one of those players to fall, but nobody's falling on their side, and it's Kai's triple already. Mazzino out to put him to bed finally.
Holy.
But there's plenty players to trade that out. 6 rounds now.
Incredible.
For Trace. You came in today thinking
they're
that
doing so well. They're doing so well.
And a chance to confirm the lead for a 7-5 half. Phenomenal display.
This is the thing, though. As soon as they have like showers or long control, they pretty much get over towards the site.
That this team can do some damage. Of course, there was talk of a lot of new players for Vitality coming to the stage, but I think it was Gorilla in his interview afterwards was saying, no, this is a legit team. You got to watch out for them. I think Kai definitely proving himself on the Jet, but as well his depth of agent pool with the Sentinel. That's looked pretty good. again, we're going to see this aggression.
FNS and Tyrick here, the stream crashed. Wait, what the hell?
Alongside him, Kai is watching. The first goes his way, and the information will be there. He actually
damn, bro, look at this guy. He's solo winning so many rounds on his own. Yeah, he solo won that round over towards B on his own, and he's doing this. They're going to get 7?
Just been sitting there.
That's sick.
They're making their way towards the B side, but with 2 kills going down on A, I believe Viper being spotted and maybe even a flash being popped. Definitely a flash. In fact, Mazzino doesn't have any left.
This dog Brimmel.
One man on this A site.
He's dead.
For him. The Tigers got the scent. It's on the way, and King's being spotted.
Brimmel.
Volley down will delay them.
Hold that.
Gorgeous.
You guys do that.
No escape for King. He's caught not just by the net, but by Feng Feng as well. Watch out for this swing, Com. Lawking's already swapped up his position deep to cover that walkthrough. And with the wall,
bro, what a half,
them
man.
out completely. Mazzino's going to have to give away his position. He knows there's a likely swing, but he can't
really
do anything
Again,
about
they have to. Okay, now you Brimmel. Like I said, they have to win bind. They have to win ascent. The sunset, not the one.
Yeah, I think when we saw the 3-round streak in the middle, they're definitely getting a
pretty
little
solid,
bit
man.
worried that
1-0
this
on the
could
pistols
be
as well.
another strong performance from Leviathan, and maybe they've learned from the mistakes of Vitality. But I'll be honest with you, Mitch. It seems like Trace is still a tough opponent.
Oh, most definitely.
They look legit.
They
They keep getting their better maps.
Like you said, in that first game here on the international stage. And as we said, they're hungry for that feeling again, up against champions, winners.
Their map isn't crazy enough for them to get like top 4.
Let's talk about Leviathan, though, we've got some of Com's
it's good
family
enough to
members
get
down
upsets.
there. Let's hear from Papa Com.
Hello everyone, it's the halftime interviews, and I'm Bella, joined by Leviathan's Com's dad, Papa Com. 안녕하세요. 이번 서울 좀 챔피언스가 이곳에서 열리는 게 조금 더 특별하실 것 같은데 이번 챔스 좀 어떻게 즐기고 계신가요? Champions in Seoul, it must feel a little more special, right? So how's this champs experience been like for you?
It's definitely a surreal experience. I was born here. I left when I was about 8 years old. And coming back here, I felt a sense of belonging. And Corbin, Com, also felt the same way. So it's really special to be here.
이제 여기서 태어나셨지만 8살에 이제 미국에 가셔가지고 다시 이번 챔스로 좀 돌아오셨을 때 파파컴도 그렇고 콤 선수도 조금 뭔가 소속감 되게 집에 온 것 같은 그런 느낌을 느꼈다고 하십니다. 그리고 만약에 이번에 콤 선수가 챔피언스를 우승하게 된다면 작년 챔피언스에 이어 2연속 트로피를 드는 유일한 선수가 될 것 같은데 좀 본인은 좀 어땠는지 가족분들은 반응이 어땠는지 한번 듣고 싶네요. You know, if and when Com wins the title this year, he's going to be the first ever player to win the champions back to back. So how's his mindset been, and how's the family feeling on this?
He's always been mentally strong. He's always about team first. He brings the best in every one of his teammates that he's been part of. And it would be just amazing for him to win back-to-back. I know they'll win back-to-back.
Alright, that is incredible. 이제 워낙 컴 선수가 멘탈도 좋고 이번 팀원들과의 화합도 너무 좋기 때문에 이번에 만약에 2연속 우승을 드디어 차지하게 된다면 너무나 감회가 다를 것 같다고 하던데요. 오늘 파파콤과의 인터뷰 만나봤고요. And let's go back to Bind.
Wrong speech? Yeah, what a beast, man.
Thank you very much, Bella. Well, good, always good to hear from Papa Com.
I'm a big fan. If you don't follow him on Twitter, it's worth it. Trust me.
Absolutely.
Triple Sheriff.
And for Trace, this has been a phenomenal first half. Now they move on to their defensive side. And a good, well-rounded showing as well. This isn't the
I guess they looked at the Gen G stats of what works.
Phenomenal rounds towards the end. Kai really stepped it up. Now the challenge is on for the America's #1 seed.
Listening.
And indeed, I'm excited to see what else Hebei has up his sleeve now that they're on the defensive side. It can be harder.
Yeah. He has some really cool ideas. One of them is throwing the barrier.
Yeah, so they want to create pressure over towards long and then insta-hit over towards A. The pressure creates the rotate to go. 3 people on B.
In fact, it's going to be Lev walking towards the trip. Kai's been decent so far.
Damn, bro. 3 bullets. Dude, I tell you, chat, the impact of this guy is through the roof.
This guy, at times,
he hasn't got crazy amount of kills, but the kills that he's had have been really big.
Mazzino, though,
that's a pistol round. Get much more impact than that.
An absurd clutch, but I've seen this man do it throughout the years.
Little heal as well.
He knows where he is.
That spam would have taken him out otherwise. And the heal comes back through. Just below 70. Trace, 4 versus 1. Nobody looking to peek. Playing this one down to the last on the timer. Letting Mazzino be the one that has to step forward. He sees an opportunity. And the shot connects through the wall.
Second one's a dink.
So much damage done already. If he had some teammates by his side, we might start to believe. But as he walks through, it's Fong Fong to find him. 8 rounds on the board. Another pistol in the hands of Trace. And an early lead in this half pushes them ever closer to that map victory.
I have to say, I'm starting to become more and more of a huge fan of this Trace side. Again, like, this is somebody getting pushed by 2 players exactly the same time.
The number 1 in
getting
China
both
for
kills with the
pistols.
classic, not reloading, and then getting a 3rd kill. Like, I have to say, mine does not work like that. Like, I probably would have maybe hit the first guy, and then the other bullets would have gone into the abyss. And well, that map's not even in the series. 8-5. A huge pistol round to
we got
convert
one person that can go down on this.
Lead. And obviously for the other side, there can't be a lot here. Tex and Aspas.
Anything else is a gun, lost for bonus.
So far in this map, we'll have Sheriffs a chance to do some damage, reduce the purchase, and what is a fairly safe one. In fact, I don't think you'd normally see this many SMGs, but on a map like Bayern, there's a lot of tight angles, a lot of ideas that you can throw
and
in,
I mean, they just
really
they do the Gambit wall.
Khan who said that at this event, the Chinese
Good thing about the Gambit wall and why teams do the Gambit wall, or why teams made the Gambit wall is just splitting like this becomes really easy.
When do we stop being surprised?
I mean, what Gambit would actually do is like load the B pressure and then Nats walks up like here
already phenomenal.
And tries to kill the guy's showers or sight. That was like the main reason for it.
Weapons in play for the defenders. The site has been overrun. A deep flash, Aspas already passed it, close and looking for the fight. Down goes King and Mazzino, and Aspas gets nothing done either. It's again Tex that has to do the heavy lifting, and well, he's certainly been spotted.
Dude, Tex is like, where the hell has he gone?
9 rounds now, locked in.
He got pretty close to a Brimo as well with this. So bonus, it's not incredible because it's free specters, but it's doable. They only lost the Sheriff in this.
And
gonna get an extra rifle on top.
So it really isn't that much of a problem. They're gonna lose that 1 player and everything brought through. Again, though, a lot of teams nowadays, you'll even see some going for like 4 rifles. Well, we saw that quite a bit yesterday. So I'm intrigued to see what the plan is in this round. Is it to try and trap players? Is it to give Kai a little bit more of an aggressive stance and try and
He doesn't want to buying up.
More importantly, though, I'm looking at
so
King,
full bonus
King's
pretty much.
again,
We've got a lot of money. We've got, I mean, if they wanted to go a little bit crazy, got 2 people that could buy up.
But last time out versus Vitality, I think he ended on like 25 kills. It was one of the main reasons they were able to win, and it was the post-plants of his Molotovs that did so much for them. I think he still had impact with the Molotov in the last half, but you expect a bit more from someone of his caliber on an individual level. Although the Despot
that is such an instant guide dog.
Maybe not.
They always do fake pressure with 1. Dude, look at them.
Close to double digits. This could be the round.
They just reclared this.
Like you said, it's common now to see 4 rifles bought up for Trace. They go for a lot of SMGs. They're left with a Guardian on
Feels like I'm watching old NRG, man. You know when old NRG used to do a bit of map control, but no one would actually like do anything with it or like go double check that they haven't taken it back.
They have to be cautious.
That's what it looks like right now from LEV. It looks like the old NRG where they would just take a question mark and then they would just go hit a site. I like that we have Aspas here. That gives me a lot of hope that it's going to be way better than what was going down there.
The worry I have, though, is that he's alone with the rifle. So if he goes down, there
split
is
1 NRG, yeah.
They're going to go pushing, and they've walked straight into the trap.
And dude, this guy has to win the duel. Oh god, they're going to lose.
The fight as well. This bonus round is about as good as it could get. The nade going to do an extra little bit of chip damage. And my main worry now is that time is ticking. Com, though, has brought this back. He's made it.
Dude, someone needs to step up.
They don't want to get too far ahead of themselves. 20 seconds on the clock as the spike was starting to be planted, and sometimes you'll just go swinging in madly, but now these players are boxed in. The rotate's not quite here in time. Tex holding from further back. He has the back, and in fact, he has the front too. Fong Fong down, but the battle for Lamps is a little labored. They get there in the end. A 2 versus 2. Big swing in from
my
Yankee,
god,
but
that
he
is
gets
the
nothing
kill.
done. The tap from Hey!
Holy, that was so close, man. That was not a good round from LEV. They got bailed out by the individuals. That was not a good round.
win
my
an
goodness.
essential round victory in number 3.
That's such a huge bonus, though. Like, you're looking
Yeah, it's
at
an incredible
multiple
bonus.
SMGs,
3
a single
SMGs.
Guardian. So, they're like, really, they've done an insane amount of damage. The setup as well was just utterly gorgeous. Like,
The
way
setup
they're
was great,
combining
and like the guys over
sensor
towards B
alongside those
is
trips, 'cause
like they
you
did
kind
really
of
good
have
as
to
well.
either just
I'm worried if
slow
they
walk
have
into those trips through a smoke, where you will die. Like, that is.
I'm
that'd be
worried
an
that
insane
okay, this is a
risk.
good
And
timeout.
then the second you pop out,
Dude,
if you do pop out,
is
you get
this
hit
a
by the
LEV
stun. So you
timeout?
basically
Bro,
have to either be
I
giving the game
massively
away
respect
and maybe
this.
throwing a nade
I
in to try and
massively
break that
respect this
early,
because that was an awful
or
round,
you
man.
have to
I
walk
think
into
this
that
timeout is
setup where you can
perfect.
get stunned
It
and
cannot look
revealed,
like
and that's
that.
exactly
Yeah, that's cool,
what
man.
the
Fair
guys
play.
on Trace were waiting for. It doesn't work out. And of course,
Also,
there's
like
still
we're looking at
players like
Aspas
like
here,
Tex, who are
and
up
he
there at
he
the
kind of
moment
got
performing.
information that someone had cleared the question mark
I do
over towards
understand the
Suka.
pause, though, from Levy
So
at the moment.
that's
It's
good.
about to clearly
You
realize,
gotta
okay,
that was
that was
too
too
do
close.
something,
That
man.
was a moment where things
I'm
could have
telling you
slipped
that
away from
whole
us,
round
and
there,
this
you showed me
map
that
might
round.
even be
I'm
in
telling you that
dust at
stage
that point.
1.
So I'm going to
Stage
try and
1
take him on,
NRG.
and I think since he's taken that head coach role, it does seem like
Just throwing
this
like
team
one bit of
has
util
found
and
that
going,
synergy,
yep, question
has
mark.
found
One
ways to
pressure
turn
here, now we
around
can
maps
group
that
up and
aren't
hit the
quite going
site.
their way.
30 seconds later, once they've had a chance to re-clear and rotate.
You had to do it, didn't you?
Of course I did.
You had to do it.
Oh, they got text too. I mean,
Okay.
it works in both parts.
And they're out of
the
timeouts now, though,
funny
I'm
thing
pretty
is for
sure.
Trace, in this position, they're still in with a
The
chance.
timing
to
of
do
this
exactly
timeout
what you said,
is
to leave Leviathan
like
in the
incredible
dust, because
because
the damage
after
they did
watching
last
that, I
round
was so
means
confident they're going to
every
lose that
credit
map.
has to be
Now I got a
invested.
bit of faith.
So many players down to their last couple couldn't even man the arcade machines. And the beautiful thing as well is the trap set up by Kai, he leaves one out for free. Yeah, if they go blast packing through, they're going to get caught, but most of the time they'll destroy the first trap. And then they think they can walk right in. Little do they know.
He's stuck.
Beautiful net. Tex though, holding his ground.
Dude, that's
He
the
doesn't
guy
wanna
with
take the pin
Fischl.
out just yet, and we'll use Mosh to do it. I like that. A little bit of
Hey.
utility just to make sure he stays alive. Now this time they're going to go forward. They've
The
already broken
two people over
traps. There's a
towards
sonic
B are
sensor
doing
covering
great,
it,
but
and
look
then
how
Fung
fast
ready
he's
to
using
swing
all
out.
his
He took it
util.
back.
Blocking.
30
Pulled it
seconds
back, they
in,
didn't
Skies
break
are
it.
gone,
He took it
flash
back,
gone,
and
only
he
one
has the
flash.
second one down. It's actually just the guy is reading them like a book at the moment. Expected it to come in, maneuvered it. I think he's put it over the TP.
Yeah,
so
this
if they
is
try
this
and
is a little
rotate,
bit
they're gonna
better
get
from LEV though.
stuck. Yeah, it's like right on the edge.
Past it. And this one not as easy to break. Oh, never mind. You have to swing out wide. I thought it was on the other side of the box.
Well, they've
They'll get
also
that one.
broken the one over towards Showers. So information is there. Fung Fung's still in position. It's expected, and he's
Yeah,
going to be
he
removed.
plays there
And
all the
open,
time.
in fact, two coming up
I
from
don't think I've
Aspas.
ever seen anyone
We know what
jiggle
this man can
that
do.
angle like this with a
He's
wall
in form.
contact.
Wow,
Okay,
he's
really
cleared the whole
nice
side on
round
his
from
own.
Aspas.
3 kills
Definitely a
for
little bit of
Aspas. The
homework
other two
done on
players
this
from
one.
Trace
Shout out
are
to
out
the
of there.
coach as well that made all the
A
difference.
much
for
better
them.
round from Leviathan, dealing with those trap setups, ready for the player to be
Perfect
tucked
round
in
to
the
do it.
corner.
Like we
It's a
said,
gamble,
we got money
but
that
Trace
starts to
took
get
it.
low.
But
We
evidently
got
did
3K
not pay
for
off, and
everyone
it's just due to
surviving
the
right now.
pacing.
Got no money over
The
here.
fact that I assume
Be
Walker was
2
going
full
back
loss
to
bonus for
put
people
down
that want to
another
work it out.
smoke. He wasn't able to swing on time to trade it out, to take Aspas down, and as a result, even the third kill goes his way. Leviathan locking in the 7th round with the save from Hebe and Bianche. And the credits for that defensive side, well, they require these weapons to be carried forward if they've any chance of the next.
Yeah, I still feel like they might just opt to save in this next one just to make sure that they'll have a better buy going forward. But those are the sort of rounds you expect to see from someone of the caliber of Aspas. I think widely regarded as the best of the best. I think him and Texture are the one put into that bracket right now. But well, this is the exact reason why. Just finding opener.
Yeah, I mean, this
after
was a great
opener.
round there.
Stun not quite.
This is
catching
the
this time
Aspas that
and
they
five
need
and
as well.
nade
But
to close
I'm
out
telling you
Kai
that
at
the
the
coach
back of the
deserves
site.
so
Trace
much
is gonna
praise
take
for
the
this
pause
because
there.
that's
Again, I
a
like
very
how
early
proactive they're
timeout. No
being
one
with
really
it. I think
times
both
out before
teams,
like your
the
first big buy
coaching
round.
staff are willing to get
After a
involved.
bonus,
Not going to wait
but-
until it's too late to try and slow down what has been a response, because we've already seen it. Like the last time this map was
Honestly, the
played
coach is
versus
doing great with
Callum,
the timeouts. 'Cause
was a
even the
late
Trace timeout,
resurgence.
when it
I
was
think
like
it was a
3-2
4-round
down,
streak to
and they
close
realized
the
that they
map.
needed to speed up
I
more and
think
be more
Trace
convincing.
probably had
to
their
send
eyes
it a
on
little
that
bit
game
more.
and decided, you know what,
Like that got
let's
them
not
so
allow
many
them to build
rounds.
that
That's the
momentum,
reason we're
because,
here.
well, if Aspas
This
does
is
that,
all of our
once you're
timeouts
big,
done at 9-7. It's probably the earliest I've ever seen in a game, maybe.
Light in the bottom left underneath Trace. It's the last timeout for either squad. We've had them all burned up early, like you said.
That's OT.
It's okay. Sorry. That's the last
It's
pause in
bold to do it on the
regulation.
fight.
I
Yeah,
think most
it's
people
true.
understood that, but yeah,
Like
you'll get an
using your
extra one
final
if you make it
timeout
all
then
the way
as
to
well.
overtime. time. And in this,
hey, it's
with
good
how the map
impact
has
though.
played out so far, that might not be too much of a surprise if we do end up there. For now, though, you're not expecting much from Trace. They have their 2 rifles, sure. but minimal investments.
Alright, let's see what the double hero rifle can do. Oops, find an extra one into it. Okay, and we still have enough money to get the op out as well. Okay. You don't have extra money to get the op out anymore. He wants the stinger. So let's hope the Raze wasn't wanting to op.
I always like watching what ideas teams have with the deadlock, because I think a lot of teams, the way they played the deadlock was just put it underneath hookah, like one of the sensors, and that was about it. That was about all the ideas they had to just try and throw the wall over. But he's using all his utility on that side of the map, and then just running back
hopefully
in the other direction
Mizzino
to set up on B.
pulls his team back to break this cam. Or he's trying to, he's trying to use util to break the cam.
He's trying to sell the idea that there's
because
a
the
lot
flash
of
hit, obviously. What the? That was sick, man. Okay, no extra pressure. Flash, he realizes, is trying to push him off to see if he can break the camera, and then he just goes for the shot.
Good scrap. The rotates on the back of it.
Pixel angle into Molly. 4 people on site.
They suspect that the B side is
oh my
through. That's where
bro,
steps up.
What are the shots
lighter
here?
Investment. He couldn't even get full shields. They're trying to save their money for the next round, but now, like I said, a killer 2, this becomes doable. That orbital strike, you start to think about possibly using it. If you get the information, and that they most certainly have. All 3 players spotted towards long. They're not going to have a way out of here. It's being watched, and they've been spotted coming back 35 seconds. Even dealing with that man. If they don't kill him, you're not going to want to rotate to the A side.
Extra bit of info. He gets out of there. I mean, he can still give his team a smoke here once this contact goes in. Contact, damn. Contact goes in, full back smoke. Oh, they want to fight at 20 seconds? Bro, they're confident.
They have nowhere to go.
The shots in this round
the spike on its way to spawn.
Are incredible.
That's a double-digit round for Trace.
Like 3 unbelievable. Back to back to back, nice shots.
Timer ticks down. Yeah, stepping through.
I mean, this guy can go get a gun.
There's guns.
Right, he can go get a gun over towards long. The Stinger can get an upgrade as well.
There's also a Stinger. They are somewhat being watched for, but I think King
does he get there in time?
An overextension and giving that away. A big round for Trace. And
Stinger. Okay, so he still has to buy, but in terms of incredible rounds, like these shots are lovely.
Shots with the Guardian, and that was a lot of what this round was. Sure, I think after the fights there were quite a lot of really good pieces of utility, but the actual kills that came in were raw firepower. Like then, look, then we've got a nade, and once you got the kill,
absolute
I put a wall
aimers,
down.
man.
I put a wall down. That was just firefights, and I think if there was any aspect
so we get another big round where they're gonna have to go down to an eco, and at that point it's probably too late. So Lev have to win this round, 1 away, Aspas all.
Again, you look at Trace, it's not an issue of what if one player cools down. Everyone
do a new wall, which kind of provides them a lot of space to break all of these trips.
And pushed Leviathan into another buy.
At the moment from Trace, they're going for like this is an absolute classic for them. They pretty much do this as their main default, where they try to punish over towards showers.
We saw this from Leviathan when they
it's like trip into nades, into Gravnet goes in. Sometimes they'll do the wall reactively if they push up short. And see that in a little bit.
Strategy. Like you've got the orbital strike, you've got the Molotov as well, the nade from Fong Fong on that side of the map.
Sometimes they do a Gravnet with the nade. Got some options.
We saw moments ago.
Yeah, so push up short, reaction, put the wall down over towards showers, so the showers guy don't need to worry about anyone getting.
He takes down Kai. That's a great start. The spike attempted to be planted. Orbital strike going to be used, forces him out of position, but there's not really anyone to capitalize just yet.
He did incredibly, man.
Whoa! Actually, he comes out with 2. Now has a showstopper.
He's still alive.
I think Aspas may have actually
There's no way he got both
here.
But
now he's surrounded. He's got players.
I can't believe some of the rounds that they're pulling off at the moment. They got a TP.
And I feel like they need to get out. They need to get out as quick as possible. They may get stunned on the B site though.
They will be there to capitalize if they do. In fact, Annihilation is used. And it's caught 1.
Hey, dude, that hit him.
They have to break Tex out, and he's gone when he comes out the other side.
Dude, 2 of them have no money. Oh boy. What an absolute round. The individuals are stepping up to unreal levels right now.
They are steaming ahead.
That was just unbelievable.
I can't believe that hit him.
You look at this round, and you kind of sit there and go, okay, they lost an opener. A showstopper has been used by Aspas. You go, that's probably a done deal, right? He ends up in no man's land because of what Fong Fong was able to do. Like, he gets 2 from showers and holds that control. Like, that was pressure being put in by Leviathan to try and clear that angle. And then you just had just superb utility users. That was the exact sensor I was talking about. I was like, that's what a lot of Deadlock
so yeah, we said
do.
2 people
You put that
get wrecked
sensor down and
money-wise.
you leave it for the whole round.
There's 1.
He combined it with his
Then
ult.
Aspas takes light armor and doesn't have
Spectacular.
Boombot. Too bad.
Trace
I think he
11
only
to
has
7.
1 satchel going into this as
Putting
well.
Leviathan in jail, and it looks like Heybei's the warden.
Absolute
Lights
shot,
out though
though.
for Kai. Aspas the one to find it.
Back to back.
He's been opening up well on this site, but there's always a response. Only the one to start.
Okay,
The trades
insane
come in
trades from Lev.
favor of the attack. Now the plant can come through. There's not much to deny it.
No surprises.
Maybe an
Oh
attempt
my goodness.
from Heybei. No,
Nice.
Oh, it's definitely not pretty.
I got the spot.
Eventually, Mazina will get the job done. And the only reason I'd say about Bianche going for this, credits are not bad. 2 players are incredibly low. Now, one of them is going to get healed. So that's something at least. Aspas is not going to be on his last
Bro's
side.
been healing
We've
the whole
already
time. He
seen
doesn't have enough
what
to...
Bianche can do. That information's crucial. Mazino willing to give up his life, potentially, just to try and find that. And why I think there's going to be the
Yeah,
swing
I mean, it's
eventually
just
from Aspas,
contact
but he's
swing
playing
now.
it slow. He's playing it patient. Bianche just trying to isolate one of these fights, but the crossfire should be enough to take him down, and it will
It's
be.
like he once he
Tex
saw this guy, he
ready and
realized
waiting.
it was off this guy's
Left
contact,
break
but he
back
thought he was
immediately,
close instead of just a
continuous
little bit out.
back and forth between these 2 sides.
Okay, as soon as he saw the little
3
jiggle,
rounds
he
between
realized.
them. This one's going down to the wire. And we've seen some spectacular uses of those timeouts. Every time one has come in, the team calling it's finding a new groove, but there's no more left to use.
Okay, now we
on
got
their
to
own
start
down
looking
on
at
that
money
stage.
again.
And it's Leviathan. Big ultimates
Especially as Lev
going
just won a
online.
round. Like these 2
Viper's
won't be
Pit.
able to buy.
Seekers as well for the late round information. And a spread net from this attacking side, just looking to find any spots where Trace are getting aggressive. They're feeling confident in their individual duels. And if worse comes to worse, just send Aspas in to kill them all.
Spike drop.
Yeah, they still got Seekers though. And let's keep an eye on this bit of util, because this bit of util is going to clear this out early, especially with this early info.
Fong waiting patiently, but after the shot's not connected, he's not going to overextend. That is something else I've enjoyed with these players on either side. Is
Yeah, his nade stops them from going out a little bit. We got the
Feel like
rotate
there's
coming in.
a
We're going to have 4 people on
respect for
site
each other
before they
again,
even
those
get over
senses.
towards the plant
It's gonna be
spot.
frustrating.
We
I
still
think
got a
they
camera
did
over
throw a
towards
blast back to
showers.
destroy them, but just
Should see this guy
wasn't
right
quite
now.
there in time. Spam. It is going to deny the plant. That will at least buy a little bit of extra time.
This is
and
such an
fight for
important duel on showers right now.
could be crucial. We've already seen what they could do with that
Okay,
control,
shout out to
but
Com.
clearly unaware of how
Could be an
far
okay
Com
round
has
for them
got.
now.
Great lurk by Com. Yeah, he's just been shift walking up
Oops.
the whole round. Kill comes back in the other direction, and Aspas isn't happy about that, but he goes a little too far. Bianche waiting for him. Calm walled off and dropped, and a stun in.
Uh-oh.
Retaking the control at the very least. King down to 58, and the double TP used. This time, the B site not so well defended.
I mean, they
No
got a
trap.
heal, that's about it.
Jumping
No
for the
They're not going to be able to
annihilation.
know that
It's going to be the
how many
plan.
people
The
rotate.
2 versus 3.
There needs to be an immediate shot connected, which there is. One goes their way. It's all
Oh,
up to King. He
absolute
gets all 3.
shots, man. What a
It's been
time to
quiet
do it as well.
game for him
18
so far.
18
For the
HP.
crown, back
Holy.
on his head.
You see Tex hyping him up afterwards as
2v3
well.
to keep him in
Leviathan
it.
starting to hit
Like
their
I said,
stride.
never in
That's 2 a
doubt, they
row.
should win that
And
round.
just 2 between them.
God, that got close.
Trace will feel that pressure, and they'll see it manifested in their economy. This was a round that put them down to their last. What a way for King to close this. He had one opportunity, and he seized it.
Hey, my hand's sweaty, my bad. I saw you wipe it.
Coming into the next, there's a Viper's Pit and an orbital strike
I
still
love the honesty.
for Leviathan. Attack
Double,
side, couple of safety nets to fall back on.
Double
They get
stingers.
site control.
Double stingers on
Post plant's going to be
defense.
strong with either
We
one of
have,
those ults, let alone both.
Kai has had
All kit.
a bit of a tougher time. I feel like he's always been in a 1v1
Viper
with
playing
Aspas.
close.
Anytime he's in a fight.
Guide dog goes out,
He's
but
not
they
been
know
winning
this is
that
here, I'm
1v1.
pretty sure.
Gonna try and play a bit more
With
aggressively. Bear in mind,
realizing that over
a
towards
couple
B
of stingers
is
in play, but
B
we've already seen that Trace
comes
are
in.
competent
Kinda.
when it comes to their lower buys.
Wait, they do a Seekers on their low buy?
Kai already going to fall out of there, not look to overextend and make sure that there's delay. The
Look how much
Seekers have
space
gone
they
out
give
on
with
the
the
other side of map
Seekers.
as well,
Goes
which
all
means
the
that
way
we're gonna see
through. Brim's clearing all of this.
looking already.
They got to go back and
all
create
the way
pressure.
up.
Or they got to
have
break
so
the
much
Seekers
information.
earlier.
They can stack this side of the
Oh
map.
my god, they're going to have
Com's
4 people on
repositioned
site
now.
again.
Now he's up close. ready
Another
for this
big
fight.
duel. Okay, this time
But
Com
he loses it.
loses. Alright,
And now the back is open.
What a nightmare
worry
round.
about that. The rotation through the TP won't be as easy this
Look,
time.
they have no
And lots of
space.
utility.
This is the map
It wasn't
control they have
placed in
right
the
now,
early
chat.
round
It's in
by
that small
Kai. Oh, he has to
circle.
get out of there.
And they got 40 seconds.
Giving up the control, and Leviathan quick to seize it. Trap goes off, but no one there to capitalize on it. Broken the trap to take Lamb's control. And a
Okay,
lot
guy
of space
showers
now
to break
given
the
that side.
bomb.
Kai down. It's on Fung Fung. Able to at least take King. Keep the favor in the hands of the defenders, but it
Oh, I
doesn't
didn't
last
see the
long.
guy
The
go.
weaker weapons
Gun
starting
barrel.
to show. The cracks in this late round defense. The play up by Locking, going all the way around. You can see Bianche's trying his best to draw their eye, and he's done exactly that. A free kill, and now these players surrounded, pressured on both sides. Locking down to 11, and he gets one more needed.
Oh god, he had no idea he was that close, man.
Tex delivers the fatal
Oh my
blow.
god, these rounds are so
double
close. We're going
digits
into
for
1v1s every single time. So the guy over towards
His
showers
mouse went off his mouse pad, but he just froze in place.
honestly could have stopped the
I don't know
plant.
what's just happened, because that looked like it could have been a...
His mouse died?
ridiculous
I don't think so. I think he was just ready for the
though,
next swing, but
It's
it
the
could
same
be
again.
something like
I
that.
mentioned this last time out, when they played Talon, it looked like
Dude
Talon
was
had
still
the
for a
game
while.
done, and then Leviathan dig deep. Then they
I
start
mean, his
grinding
mouse
out these
did
rounds
just
in clutch
stay completely
scenarios with
still.
big individual plays, players who had been missing. Well, King literally doubled his kills.
Yeah.
A round ago.
Yeah, he did just
still
freeze for like a second, aiming
was a
into
low
a
buy.
box. Wrong.
Trace now have weaponry back in hand, but for the series' sake, if they've learned anything from Talon, you just can't let
Oh,
this
Showers
slip away.
was mollied, so he couldn't proper swing. Oh,
To fight tooth and nail for this one.
then honestly, the flash play was pretty good.
Orbital strike.
Aspas
ready
one
by
away
Trace.
from his ult. That'll be this.
Locking wants to have that.
Yeah, and they're like, surely
As a response,
I'm not
they
allowed to
step
get
up
this
into those
free
clouds as they
ult
get stunned on their way
with a
into
team
labs.
that always
You
likes
see
to do
Leviathan
trap
with
plays through
just
the TP.
Wrestling for this control, grabbing an orb.
And the
forcing
Sky
the
Dog
rotation.
just
They've
went
done just
through and
that.
spotted
Ape's
no
on
one.
his way
It
to A,
cannot
four-man
be
stack
better
up
for
on
Lev
that
at the
side of the
moment.
map.
They create pressure over
Bianche
towards
just used
showers.
a lot
They
of his
pick up the
utility,
orb.
used the Sky Flash down
Sky
long,
Dog
then
clears
used the
all of
Tiger to
B, so
clear
there's a
out
full
hookah.
person
That's
stack
why
over
they've gone for
towards
this
A.
massive rotation, because he
You have to play
cleared
retake
all
on
other
this.
information. Now they have to try and sprint their way back to get into position. There is an orbital strike
Yeah,
available.
and
Maybe they could try
because
and
the
use that
fish ult
to deny the
saw
block.
I
nothing,
think that's the idea behind the gamble.
Aspas still has his
They'll allow
ult.
this team to take side control, knowing they can pop down the orbital strike. It's primed and ready, but a little late. Perhaps the plan is to use it in the post
Yeah,
plant,
and
in
it's
the retake
a plant
for the defensive
that
side to open up
reaches
some
out to
space
the
for them to
Viper
fight
ult, and he
with
has a
Aspas
corner
up
to
close.
hide in.
That could be the disruption that they need. In goes Thrash.
Oh, and they're
causing
using ults
problems.
into
in
this.
fact, detaining a teammate as well, but it's good enough.
I can't
Aspas
believe,
is caught, but they still have
can't
to
believe
get
Trace
through that
using ults
Viper's
for
pit,
this.
and plenty of players
Oh, it's just
are
gonna be a spam
standing in
fest,
their
though.
way. The spike right inside
Whoa.
of it, but the sprays going Trace's way. Blind fire. And every shot
Oh my
landing.
god, Cypher.
King
Cypher
and
is
Cobb
giant
with
here.
the smoke now
And they
falling.
kind of got to
Hey,
kill
babe.
this guy instead of tapping the
Dying
spike.
because of the decay, and quite a lot of these players are decayed, but the health goes
Wait, they're
back to
handling
full.
this so
They start
well.
to tap that spike, cause the spams to go back in the other direction.
Wait, they're
Kai
handling it
loses
so
the
well.
light, but the spams aren't
It's so
landing. They're not
close.
even close.
Oh my
Right under
god,
the nose.
0.42 as well.
Trace is
Dude,
behind
how
the
did they
smoke.
win this round?
And now,
There was
on the
official
cusp of
Raze ult,
victory
Viper
in map
ult. They
one.
retake.
Who could have seen this coming?
Well, I'm sure there's a few analysts after that first match that were saying that they could have seen it, but versus Leviathan, as that comeback
0.42.
looked to really gain some legs, just that
They handled
retake
it
into
so
a Viper's
well.
pit,
They
orbital
won the
strike didn't
important
even really
spams.
catch
They had
that
the
much,
smoke once they
and
had
it
pushed
came
them back
so
away from the
close
ult.
towards the end. Those spams,
That was
not far
actually
away, but just
very
not on.
impressive.
And even though there was some
Honestly,
body
you could be
blocking,
very
I think
critical
if they
to
had
Lev.
got that correct,
I
it would
don't know
have
why
easily cleared
4
the players.
people are playing
Unable to
like
get
in
it.
after plant
Look at
for
the
the
weaponry as
spam.
well. Now
Like, you should
Leviathan
for
need to
sure
make it work.
fighting a
With
little bit
couple of
heavier on
stingers,
sight.
or
I
three,
would
in
want
fact.
at least one more.
At least they've got the showstopper.
Very nice.
Well, that's exactly
Okay,
what's
2
gonna
chances
open
to
up
win this one.
round for the side of
That looks like
Leviathan.
his dead again.
Dodging the annihilation, but the
2
rocket doesn't
chances
land,
to
and
win. They
Vizino
get over towards
already
sight.
out of the
Aspas is
round.
on
He's
an
caught
absolute
by a
island.
big
They have
play
no
through
idea
TP.
until he uses
Fung
his
Fung
nade.
keeping the
They still have
control
no
up there.
idea.
Aspas desperately trying to hold on
Dude,
to
he only
life
has a
on the
stinger,
site,
so he can
but
only
this
get
attack
one.
side's been split, diverted, and now they've got nowhere to go.
Oh, the Brim
Sending
is
it back
making
in the
so
other
much
direction.
space.
Utility awaits them, but more importantly,
Don't
there's an
overstep,
aggressive
man.
stance from the Brimstone. Now falling back. Conceding the space somewhat in the molly to slow them down. King's isolated.
Oh my god,
by
it's
it.
incredible.
Beautiful utility. And although he's down to 5, please
Yeah,
don't step
5
into
HP,
that
watch out for your
Molotov.
molly.
We've seen that one before. It's only calm. 1v3, the first kill easy, the other two
took the
should be
spike.
impossible. He's just throwing it.
Dude, look to your left. He's gonna look. He's gonna like, wait, what?
Wait a minute.
Bro took it.
Right, he must have been in that smoke, but he's a little bit late. The thing is, the trip's still online. And in fact, Loki, he's going to die here. Sure,
Whoa! Guy with 5 HP wins this duel. Okay, impressive, man. They did the first stage. First stage was winning bind. Now they're going to get slaughtered on Sunset, but they can definitely win Ascent.
One goes to China number 3. Leviathan have got
Oh, that was cool.
America's
That was
number
a
one
sick map.
struggling early. Hey, Bay got